Hey everyone, Pat here, and I'm going to show you the R1T gear tunnel utility tray from Rivian After-Market Group. In the interest of full disclosure, I'm a member of the forums, but I'm not affiliated in any way. I wasn't paid to make this review, and I'm paying for my utility tray. This is the production validation article to make sure everything fits and works as designed, so there may be minor changes. Mine has yellow drawer facers and dividers, which is perfect for me and Bumblebee. But the production units will be all black. Gene can probably add a picture to show you what that looks like. For those of you that would like to paint and change your colors, 4 screws easily allow the end plates and the dividers in the middle to be removed. You can do whatever you want. The face is 3/4 inch machined aluminum. And the entire unit is powder coated steel and aluminum, stainless steel screws and washers. This is equipment grade. This is not an accessory. You can extend the fold tray out by either side. And I apologize, I'm using notes because it's just too much. And I'm not used to doing this sort of thing. Push down on those 2 blue levers and you can see the tray come out. One of the things I mentioned as feedback to Gene is that having to do those 2 levers separately, 2 separate hands, it's a little bit of annoying. Not the end of the world annoying, but a little bit annoying. It would be easier if there's a way. He's already designed for the production release unit a bar that goes across there and will allow single-handed opening and closing. Speaking of levers, you can slide it out either side of the truck without having to go across to the other side and release it first. I pulled out here from doing these sides. Later on, when I shoot from the other side, you'll see I don't do anything on this side. I just push down the levers on the other side and it comes right out. I will also show a wider view in a little bit so you can get a better feeling for how far this is coming out. And one of the things I really like about this, and I've mentioned this online, is it's more of a drawer than a tray or a platform. My concern with the flat platforms is things rolling off if I don't have them strapped down. This, I can put stuff right in it. And I'm going to pause here a second, and I'll bring out some grocery bags and show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so like I said, I prefer a drawer so things don't fall over. Here, unfortunately, I didn't have enough fresh groceries lying around, so these are full of half-gallon milk bottles full of ice. And now I get into some of the regular groceries. I went through the closet, pulled out a bunch of stuff, and filled my usual grocery bags. And as you can see, things are fitting in here without a problem. The most I have done so far has been, I think 6 bags, but right now you can see I'm loading 10. And there's no sign of wobble or anything falling over or anything, and it works really nice. And I'm sorry if I break your screens. I'm not the most photogenic person, but slides right in. And I'll go over to the passenger side in a little bit, but before I do that, I'm going to move the camera and I'm going to show you where the installation did. Under the cover here, there are 2 screw holes from the original Rivian gear tunnel tray and kitchen design. This bolts directly into those two screw holes. In my case, my truck's an early model, built in February or April 2022. First installation, the tray came out and hit the latch. Not by much, it scraped right over it, but it did touch it. Therefore, Gene came up with these thin shims, and I have 3 of them in there. Okay, and here's a wider view. Give you an idea just how far that pulls out. Pretty darn impressive in my opinion. Okay, let's see if we can see the outlets. I don't have it latched right here. Okay, here's the driver's side outlet. I think you can see that. Yeah, looking at the camera, I can see it. And a little bit hard to see. If you can see the circle right here, that's going to be for the drain hole for the camp kitchen. And if we pull it out a little bit farther, you can see we have another outlet for the passenger side. These come out very easy, just like the end plates. 2 screws on the side and 2 screws on the bottom. You want to pull it out to get to the one on this side, pull it out on the passenger side to get the other one. Okay, so let's talk about the power system. You can see one outlet here. You saw the other one on the other side. It's not just an extension cord that gets dragged back and forth across the tunnel. What Gene did is he set up an extruded power delivery rail with brass bus bars and a custom machine power shuttle with custom copper brushes. Should last longer than you, I, or the truck most likely. So there's that one, and again, you can see some of the light on it right there. And here's an example. There's some lightning holes on both sides, so you can feed things through as well. And there's the drain. Gene says that production units will have a CNC milled PVC cover screwed on to that drain if you're not planning to get the camp kitchen. Apparently he owes me one of those. I'll have to remind him. And if you're interested in the camp kitchen, when he posts this video, he'll also include a link. It basically drops in, and there's 4 screws on either side. 4 screws here, 4 screws on that side that hold it in place. It's designed to be used as a tray. Take out the camp kitchen, you can use the tray, put the camp kitchen in, you've got that. You're good to go, designed to work that way from the beginning. I mentioned earlier I had to put 3 shims in underneath. This is a leftover one that I didn't need to use. It's plastic, very high density. It's not going to collapse or anything like that. Take out 4 screws on the top of the shuttle. Slide this in, put the screws back in, you're good to go. Works like a champ. I absolutely love the way it put together. I didn't need any help to make any of those changes. Okay, and from the passenger side, as promised, you can see when you get this thing loaded up, it's a heck of a lot easier to take things off the end than it is to reach in, but even that's not a thing. I mean, I've got one bag that's in the threshold of the door, and it just slides right in, piece of cake. Okay, the tray ships with 2 dividers in the stock configuration. So you have a compartment on the passenger side, compartment on the driver's side, and compartment accessible from the center cabin access. Locations for up to 7 dividers, so 8 compartments if you wanted. Those extra dividers will be available separately. Maybe Gene can add a picture to show you what those look like. He's designing storage containers and a few other items, like a rifle case, some storage boxes, and things like that. And stuff just comes right out. No breaking your back reaching into the tunnel. No needing to get a broom or anything to reach across and pull something towards you. Everything just comes out. I don't know if you can hear a bunch of cans there coming out without a problem. They don't spill all over the place. If they do, they're in the drawer. And then you just slide it back in. Okay, so first question most of you are asking is the price. As I'm shooting this video, Gene says he is still targeting $900 to $950 for the first run. That may go up a bit because of the one-hand connecting bar between the blue release levers. If they add $40 to $50 to the price, they are well worth it in my opinion, and I think he agrees since he's decided to go ahead and do it. If you're carrying stuff, being able to push that down with one hand and pull, make life a lot easier. Build quality, fit and finish, excellent. Like I said online previously, this thing is solid as can be. It's, what are the words I used before? This is construction quality or construction grade, not accessory grade. And this thing is solid. I'm not able to hear any rattles from inside the vehicle. Interestingly enough, today, Rivian Mobile Service came to my house, rotated my tires, and did the 7,500 mile full checkup, which includes taking it for a ride. They were unable to hear any rattles or any noises, so very happy. As I mentioned previously, I like, personally, other people may be different, I like the drawer design versus a flat plank design. Flat plank design, you have to strap things down or they're going to fall off. And then you have to reach in and get them, and you're in the same boat you were before you ever put anything in there. Dividers, very useful. I did a test with my 70-pound off-road jack, took this off, it fit in here perfectly. At an angle, but it fit perfectly, the drawer folded, closed perfectly, and the drawer did not sag under that weight. The two 120 volt outlets, I can see that being very useful for some people, like Will from Maine with his espresso machine, but he doesn't have an R1T, he has an R1S. Full extensions from both sides, that's the game winner right there for me. It's neat that the tray and the utility in the camp kitchen will use the same equipment. And it's going to make a lot easier to get the whole thing put together. I'm sure I missed something. You got any questions? Don't hesitate to ask. I mentioned that this thing came in a very large crate, fully assembled. It is a big crate, but the tray arrived totally perfect condition and well protected. Can't complain in the slightest.